So another DB game, and this is against Unchained. Unchained is a little bit of a difficult matchup sometimes, just because they can play a lot of hand traps, they play talents, they play thrust, which are obviously very good cards, and also they can just kill you from nowhere. It's very hard to stop Unchained sometimes, because they do have ways to dodge your targeting effects, and your extinguish isn't super high value against them. You have to use it in very specific points and at very specific moments. So I'm going to go for the terahertz line. I always try and go for the terahertz line when I can, just because you just need it. Like, it's an extra 2 negates basically on top of your regular board, which is just so huge and does a lot. So as you can see here, firewall, add back the prevent, also have the extra special summon next turn, and then go into terahertz. And also I use the draw here. This is a bit greedy of me. I'm surprised I use the draw here. I almost never do that, but for some weird reason I do. And then I'm just going to summon some bodies. So his thrust is actually live already here, which is a little bit worrying that I'm going to have to somehow deal with that. But the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to aggregate his Requiem. Now normally I wouldn't, but because he put it in that zone and he put this in that zone, I felt quite confident about doing it, because it meant that even if he has another one, it's going to be hard. He has to have another one of these cards and then also have a pop to get out of these zones. So that's why I was quite comfortable aggregatoring it there. I don't know if that's the right way to put it. But yeah, so here I'm just fully committed to playing into thrust, because I'm like, I'm already playing into thrust anyway, it makes no difference. And he's going to go into his Unchained Sylviama and add in a Ruha. Now the reason why I'm not interrupting here is because almost everything here, if you interrupt it and he dodges it, you get punished hard. So it just doesn't make sense to. It makes sense to save it more for when he tries to interact with you with cards like this. So for example, he's going to use his disaster to interact. I'm just going to contain that straight away because I just don't want to have to deal with that card. Then he's going to activate, try and activate his tactics card. I've got the save worm to protect myself from that, which is absolutely lovely. Now he's used Shayama in hand, but he's put Riki on field, which is a little bit annoying, because using Shayama in hand means that he hasn't got as much targeting protection there. But now he's got Riki on field, he's got targeting protection there, so I do have to be careful about what I use. So reinforce to protect him linking my card away, which is absolutely important. And then extinguish when he tries to pop his own card, so that he doesn't get the effect and he doesn't get the float. And I Book of Moon's card, so he basically has no way to link off, and so it's going to be a GG from there. So this hand isn't that good because I don't open any way to really play. I do open Duster, but as you can see he has anti-spell, which is also not great. So he's literally going to yeah, just do Unchained combo. I don't know, I can't see what I could top deck that could give me a chance here. Maybe if I top deck evenly or something, but other than evenly, I don't know how I'd get out of this. This is not looking like a great situation, especially as he has Ash and anti-spell and combo, which is very, very scary. So as you can see here, he's going to go to combo, end on that set. But I do top deck it evenly, so as we can see, guys, you just have to get lucky and top deck evenly. Now, unfortunately, I'm still not able to put a card on board. It's a shame, because if I open like Airlifter, or no, if I open Hydrant, I think I still would have been able to play there. If I opened Dear Bellstar, I still would have been able to play, but unfortunately I did not. So he's just going to start comboing. I'm pretty sure he can kill me from there, so I just scoop. So going into game 3, it's always really good going into game 3 with this deck, because, I mean, yeah, you've just got a lot of options to frustrate and punish your opponent. Now, he is going to draw me, but luckily enough, I do have Turbulence. I could have played around draw a little bit more if I'd started with Witch, but I just didn't want to discard a card. All the cards in my hand are pretty good. So, yeah, now I've used Emergency, though, so I can kind of discard the card for free and get a free Hydrant on board on top of my regular board, which is really nice. He does go for Book of Eclipse. I don't Ash it because I have Rescue to bring my card back, and Emergency, not Emergency, but I have Rescue to bring one of my cards back, and I feel like Ash is a very important interruption against Unchained, because you can deny one of their special summons from deck, which is just so huge, rather than preventing the Ashes to make your Contain and Extinguish a little bit better, and they aren't even that good in this matchup. Unfortunately, he has the Prosp as well, and the Searcher, and the Tour Guide, which is really, really big. But he's going to bring out the Rhino Warrior, and I'm going to try and Book of Moon straight away. And the reason being is by Book of Mooning that, I deny easy access to the blue Unchained Engrave. So he does go for Shayama. Shayama's going to summon, and now I'm in a good position again, because I'm aware of the fact that, okay, he hasn't got any graveyard summons. This will put a card in grave, but he hasn't got any graveyard summons. He hasn't got any pops. I don't have to do too much. So he's going to go for popping his face down. I'm going to contain that. He does still get to link that away, which is a little bit annoying for me, but it's like he's limited in the scope of what he can do, and I'm fairly confident that I'm not going to die here. So he's going to try and link off my card. I'm going to reinforce, which is going to deny the ability for him to link that card off and remove a bit of interaction. He does get a Sarama set, which is a little bit annoying, and he gets some more kind of pluses off that. But I mean, yeah, he's going to have to go for my cards kind of just to stand away here, which is not too much of an issue for me. So he's going to go into his Wave King High Caesar. Now, what I'm a little bit surprised at is that I didn't just immediately extinguish his Wave King. Oh, actually, to be fair, I do know why I didn't extinguish him. There's just no need to. I have a Book of Moon, so it just makes more sense to just leave it up and then save it for his rage. So I get to use my Pot of Greed effect for the next time, which is amazing. I mean, and this was so good because I functionally drew 2 nibs, which is useless, but it didn't matter because I got a Sky Striker engage basically after that, which is just so unfair. So gonna go into Hydrant. Obviously he can't do anything to my Hydrant because he can't target it at the moment, which is really nice. He's gonna go for Rage, and I'm just gonna pop his card straight away, and now he basically has no relevant interruptions left. When he tries to revive his card as well, I'm going to take it, and then he's just gonna scoop from there because it'll be a pretty GG for me. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.